All right, hey everybody. This is all the digging after day 1 of digging. So we've got the appropriate amount of width for the pool. That's about how deep it is because they put rock underneath and gravel and level it all out, and then the pool sits on that, so it has a little bit of space. And then the length of the pool is actually going to come to that orange line. But we've got all this dirt, so he has nowhere else to put the dirt, so that's why he had to stop yesterday until they get the bobcat in here to get all this dirt out of here, so he has more room to put the dirt. We have a small yard. All right, see you on day 2 after everything's done digging, I think. All right, after day 2, they took out a little bit more dirt and they got rid of at least a 10-wheeler load of dirt. So our yard's still a mess. We did not have enough room between our fence and the house, so we had to take a portion of our neighbor's fence down too. All right, so I'm sure our neighbors are not going to be too happy, but we couldn't control it. So we still got some gravel out here and a bunch of dirt, and this is blocking the road because the counterweight for the crane didn't come in because the truck broke down that had the counterweight, whoever owns the crane company. So got a little bit of a mess, got it blocked off. I think they're coming to set the pool tomorrow, so we will see what happens. So today they poured all this gravel in here. They got some frames up. I'm assuming that's to hold the pool up a little bit so they can get the dirt down the sides and all of that. But they actually compacted this with a compactor to get it down and level, I guess. So still lots of dirt here to backfill, I'm imagining. You saw all the dirt on the driveway, and we should hopefully have a pool going up over the house. So here's the pool, and we have the crane in front of it, and on that 18-wheeler in front of the pool is the counterweights. So supposedly the counterweights will allow the crane to reach further out and higher so that the crane doesn't tip over. All right, so we are getting the drone ready, and we're gonna put the drone up in the air so that we can get some cool shots of the backyard before the pool gets set in, and then see it go over the house. So hopefully not too many neighbors will complain that there's this huge pool over the top of our house and probably one other house. All right, so today they got the crane up and over the house, and the pool went up and over this house and our house. And here's our driveway right now. Still a little bit of a mess, but I think they're done for the day, so we'll have to go out and see what it looks like. So today they worked on getting a lot more dirt out. They brought in some gravel to fill in next to the pool here. Obviously, as you can see, they still got some gaps to fill in on the ends and that side over there. But they got the trench filled in, all the plumbing going over to the filter on the other side behind that machine there. So progress has been done. The driveway's half empty. But you know, still a lot of work. They put a little more water in the pool today. It's looking kind of blue. I like that. All right, driveway is much better. Yesterday, where you see all these scrape marks, was full of old dirt, so they at least took a 10-wheeler home today. And we got some rock out there still, gravel, and some dirt to get rid of here. But I think Sharon can at least park in the driveway tonight. There's actually water starting to fill up the pool, and it seems so much deeper than I thought it was, which is great because I wanted a deep pool. But so here's the stairs, and then those are benches, or that's a bench that you can sit on and then go further down in. And I think I am loving the size of it. So they did a good job to try to get it placed, and I'm not sure what the boards are for, so I'll ask that tomorrow. But here's kind of what the sides look like, and the concrete I think is going to come right up to the edge of the pool there. So we have 5 foot of concrete here, 3 feet on each end, and yeah, I think it's might be a little bit more this way, to be honest, than it should be. But maybe not. So from that post to there and that post to there looks pretty good. And then yesterday they dug the trench for all the plumbing as well. So I'm assuming that will go right around and up to the filters are going to be right over there in the middle of 2 windows, so we don't see them out the living room window. That's where we are, and this is really, I think, the 6th day of construction once they started, but only 5 days of work because one of the days rained, so they couldn't work, I guess. So just letting you know where we are. Hey everybody, so it's February 11th, about 8 in the morning. They're about to start. They probably 7 or 8, somewhere around there, on the pool. They put a little bit more water in the pool. Today they're supposed to continue backfilling around the pool with gravel and I think some dirt as well. We did get news last night that the heater chiller is on back order, and with the whole COVID supply chain, that didn't surprise us at all. So they got it hooked up though, so that if it doesn't come in soon, we can still use the pool, of course. So today I think they're going to work on that, get the rest of the dirt out of my driveway. I think they got to get some more dirt back there out because right now it's way up on my fence. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're about 1:30 on the 11th, and they are busting and moving. Here he comes with some more gravel to fill in the sides. So the end of the day on February 11th, we got water fully in the pool now. And then they filled in all the sides like they said they were gonna. The rock goes out because that's where the concrete's gonna go. So they got about 2 hours work on Monday to come back and pull all of the dirt away from the fence and whatnot. But they got the slope pretty good in the back. There's only a small pile of this gravel in the front that they didn't have a place for, so they're going to take that out with a truck on Monday. And then concrete is a couple weeks behind because they are working weekends to try to catch up. So that's where we're at. All right, quick update. So the electricians have come. They plumbed this out when they put in the pool, but the electricians had to add all of this by running a wire in a tube underneath the fence over to the electric meter. And then I believe one of these is a shutoff and chlorine power center. So a couple little things here electricians had to add in, so just make sure you leave room for that. But the plumbing is all done. This was done in about a day and a half, I think it was, by the electricians. So one of the items that the pool company did not include is landscaping. They got it halfway flat, I guess, but I spent probably about 6 hours today in this area and up the sides, just getting all the big rocks out, grading it to eye level anyways, as much as I could. And once the concrete comes, which is still delayed, then we will have concrete. That's the next step. Hey everybody, so it's been a while. We've had to wait about almost 6 weeks for concrete to be done, and today is supposedly the day that they're going to finish framing out, add a little fill dirt in, and get this concrete in. So a lot longer than we thought, unexpectedly. Of course, the first part of the reason was the forms for the concrete were back ordered, I guess. And then the second reason was the concrete guys' labor issues, stuff like that. So hopefully today's the day. It's supposed to be about 1 o'clock, and we should have concrete for our walkway from our driveway back to our pool and all around the pool. So it's 10 o'clock at night, and this is day 2 of the concrete. They were able to get it all brushed and in, but they had to wait because they were waiting on a truck. So the walkway that goes up beside the house was the last thing to be done. And I had to wait till it was set perfectly to be brushed, so it looked all the same. Got a little bit more of a drop here than we thought. See how it looks tomorrow when the landscaper comes and see what we're gonna do about that. All right, so we had some pretty big progress the last couple days after waiting almost 6 weeks, 5.5 weeks for concrete. As you can tell behind me, we now have plenty of concrete. The forms have been removed today. They've gone ahead and cut the expansion joints in the concrete. The only thing they have to come back for is there's a little gap between where the drain goes between the existing patio and the new pool deck, that they are going to come back and do like concrete caulking or something like that. So that will be coming up. We also had our handyman extraordinaire, Steve Bizier, here, and I helped him get our fence put back up, or at least part of it. All the concrete is setting on those posts because they had to take down 4 sections of fence because our yard is so small in order to get the equipment back here and to go around the HVAC. So we've got fence going back up, concrete almost done. We also had the pool people here today from Indigo Pools. They delivered the heater and chiller. So now we just have to wait for the electrician to come and get that hooked up electrically, and then we can start heating or chilling our pool, I believe. The pump is actually on today as well. They got that running. So there is a small leak, and it's due to one of the little O-rings that you kind of, similar to how you find in a hose, if it wasn't inside where you twist it on. That O-ring is missing, so they have to bring another one back, and then the pool pump will be properly working. We also had pool doctors here today, and they've started putting in some chemicals to get our pool crystal clear, and they're supposed to come back Friday and see how the clarity of the pool is looking so that they can then get it all professionally cleaned for us as well. So lots of progress in the last couple days, and we'll do another check-in soon. So one of the things we did not expect is how much drop we had from the pool deck into our yard due to the natural slope backwards away from our house to the yard. So we've got a good 12 or 14 inches here that we're gonna have to figure out, but we've already talked to the landscaper about it, and we've got some solutions working up. We've got the landscaper en route over the next couple days, and so this should all be different here in one of the next updates. Water is definitely coming around and getting clearer, so thank you so much. All right, so it's Friday morning, the 25th of March. We started this process back February 5th is when they said they would come and start grading. I think it was February 5th, February 4th, somewhere around there. We had to wait so long for concrete, but now things are really starting to come together. So today we got the landscaper coming out in the corners of the back fence. We've got two Robolini palm trees. So they're palm trees with like three little stems to them. And then I think he's picking those up today. We've got some grading to do. We're moving some of those bushes that you see behind me to the side walkway, the side of the house, so that we can reuse those bushes. And then we also are scheduled to have a pool cleaning today because there's so much dirt at the bottom of the pool. And then the electrician's supposed to come up and hook up the heater chiller that they installed yesterday. So hopefully all that gets done today. We'll see. All right, today is Saturday, March 26th. And see what happened yesterday. The only thing that happened yesterday was we went and got these palm trees for the corners. So landscaper's coming today to get that stuff going and move some bushes to the side of the house. We're on a tight deadline here. Sod is supposed to come Monday, and then we'll be almost done. There's a few things that the pool company is just dragging their feet on a little bit. So we'll just keep bothering them about that, but they've been responsive, at least, unlike some other companies and whatnot. So palm trees going in today. Good morning. All right, it is March 30th, 7:48 in the morning. Today we have pool school. So Pool Doctors of Charleston is coming and going to train us, or me, on the pool filter and all about the pool and how to maintain it and all of that fun stuff. We also have landscaping finishing up as well today. So let's get to it.
Basics of the pump.
Okay.
You've got two sides to a pump. You've got a suction side, return side. Suction side is always going to be coming in from the front of the motor.
Okay.
So this is pulling directly from your skimmer.
Okay.
Fiberglass pools don't have a main drain, so you only have to worry about a skimmer.
Okay.
We'll say though, make sure you're checking that skimmer daily. And simply because with all the pine trees, everything drops.
It was full yesterday.
Yeah, and it's going to be full. So that is one thing, because if that gets clogged up, that's going to strain this. So definitely check that. Now, whatever gets past there is going to come into here.
Okay.
So to check that, all you have to do is turn the pump off, and that's when you're going to use your start and stop.
Okay.
And so once you turn it off, you follow the directions on here. So open is back this way.
Yep.
So take two hands, bump it open, pull it out, and then you can dump that.
Okay.
So from the pump, it goes into the filter.
Okay.
All this is a discharge line. If we ever had to drain it for any reason, normally the only thing that's going to cause that is high CYA, which is cyanuric acid.
Okay.
And what that does is it coats your chlorine in like a jelly substance, and it doesn't let your chlorine break down. So then your chlorine won't be used. You can have a 10 in your chlorine, but it's not being used. So it's just going to keep raising, and not kill anything. From here goes into your heat pump.
Okay.
And so the heat pump is actually going to be controlled right here. And so your menu button right here will go between on, heat, cool, and auto.
Okay.
So auto obviously does it automatic. So it's just like your AC unit set on auto. Once you go, make sure that this is on.
Okay.
So if you hit the minus sign, it goes off, plus sign to turn it on.
Okay.
That's how you turn it on and off. But once you're on and you're gonna say, okay, I want to heat the pool, I would honestly just leave it in auto.
Okay.
It's the easiest thing to do. Go to auto and then set your temperature.
Okay.
Take this out, and you just want to fill these up. And there's little marks on the side.
Okay.
If you can see those right there.
Yep.
So that's where your fill line is.
Okay.
And drop them down, get them as close as you can.
Okay.
All right, so once you do that, stay with your color. So anytime pH, it's going to be the red one, chlorine is going to be the yellow one.
Makes sense.
And so from there, and it gives you the directions right here. So we're going to add 4 drops of the red to the left test tube, which is the red one. And so you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to add, let's see, 4 drops again. So 4 and 4.
Pretty easy.
1, 2, 3, 4. And once you do that, add your caps and shake it up. So pH is 6.8, which is, so you're very acidic right now.
Okay.
That's the only thing. When it's acidic like this is when you add, this is when you would want to test alkalinity.
Okay.
Because your pH is in a more acidic range. So sodium bicarb is what you add for alkalinity.
Okay.
Sodium bicarb also brings this number up. That's why you can't treat them together.
Gotcha.
Because they basically cancel each other out. If I added a gallon of acid and a pound of sodium bicarb, nothing's gonna happen because they cancel each other out. Does that make sense now?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why you don't treat them together. You can test them, see where it's at, but there's no need to test alkalinity unless your pH level is low,
Which is hot.
which is high acidic.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then chlorine, we're at a 0. So, which we're not going to add any chlorine tablets because we're going to add salt.
Okay.
And then let that start producing.
Okay.
So what I would say is 24 hours later, come back, test your chlorine, see what your level is. If you need to bump it up, then you hit that more button to bump that number up one time. 24 hours later, test it again.
Okay. Walking to the back. We replanted some of these bushes. Can't see them at night, obviously. Put these landscape lights out. Little bird bath with some flowers. One of our solar lights are being difficult. Don't mind the hose. We got new grass, we have to water it twice a day.